Hi there, welcome back. Today we're here to do a short yoga practice for back pain relief. So we'll start right away, coming into hands and knees. Make sure that our pose it's even. So hands shoulder distance apart, legs the same. And then from here, we'll start gently with some cat cows. So I inhale, open up the heart, the chest, look forward. Exhale, round up my back, gaze towards the navel. Inhale, look forward, open up, press with your hands on the floor, and exhale. Gaze towards the navel, round it all the way up, and then inhale. And from here, from this regular cat cow, you can proceed on your own pace, probably gently at the beginning. And this is something I do in the morning right after I wake up every day. So, as I'll tell you later, I got into yoga after an injury to my back. And in the past 10 years, I explored so many different practices. I saw many osteopaths, physiotherapists, and doctors. And then I found my own morning routine to make sure that my back is on shape. But of course, each of us probably have its own routine. So my point here today is actually to show you which kind of exercise, yoga exercise I do in the morning to really stretch my back and make sure to mobilize it and even strengthen it for the day ahead. So let's do a couple of more slowly or at your own pace anyhow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, get back to hands and knees. Good. So from here, let's go directly into crossed legs. So the cross you prefer, we'll do both sides. So in my case here, I have my left leg in front. Let's place our hands on our knees, look forward, and then from here, that's a very basic exercise, but it really helps to slowly unlock your back. Of course, if we don't have a serious situation here, that's just like a maintenance kind of exercise. So what I do is actually to make sure that my back is straight, look forward, open up your heart, your chest. Let's make sure we have a straight line from the top of your head until you're to the bottom of your perineum. And then from here, let's try to tilt forward. So I'm not talking about rounding the spine, it's about tilting forward with your chest. And let's reach wherever you can. So if we reach this position, it's fine. We can place our hands in front of us, or if we don't reach the floor, we can place some blocks to elevate. And then let's just breathe into this pose, okay? And as you will see, that with patience and with every breath, our body will slowly release the tension, really slowly. So we don't have to have rush here. One breath at a time. You can actually focus on your inhale to make sure that your chest is opening, and with each exhale, come down a bit further down. And if you're, you know, flexible enough or you feel like doing it today, you can drop into your forearms or even further. That's where I want to reach today. And we can just stay here, breathing steadily, long inhale and long exhale through the nose. As I was saying earlier, I got into yoga after an injury. So I was like 25, 26. And I was not doing yoga, I was not doing stretching, I couldn't really fold myself, I couldn't barely do anything. I was going to the gym, I was doing lots of trekking, And one day, after one specific trekking, which was really, really hard on my back because of the backpack, which was very heavy, etc. Well, I got injured that I couldn't move, I couldn't walk for 2, 3 weeks. I couldn't exercise for the following 4 months. I was doing injections. I saw a physiotherapist, and you know, at the beginning, I was very disappointed because I thought that I was in shape, I was exercising and everything. But then slowly, I realized that something wasn't wasn't correct. So by chance, then about 1 or 2 years later, I was in Costa Rica on vacation, and I saw this free yoga class in the morning, and that's where I got into yoga. So basically, it was awful, as you can imagine. But at the end of the day and the next days, I saw that my back, which was in pain constantly, basically every day, was feeling a bit better. Now, let's change sides, as I said earlier. In my case, right foot in front. Inhale, exhale. And then from there onwards, basically I started practicing yoga. I practiced lots of stretching exercises in the morning for my back. I saw several osteopaths that helped me in order to really understand what was going on with my back. I found out that I had a herniated disc between L4 and L5. And what I really learned during the years is that yoga itself is really good, but it's not enough. So it's really important to mobilize the body. It's really important to do stretching exercises, but at the same time, for me, for my personal experience, it was really important as well to engage core and glutes. So what I do today, actually, in my regular routine, is combining yoga practices, yoga exercise, with specific exercises, which I'm not going to show today, for the core and for the glutes. And that's really important because it helps to support the lower back. So imagine that those muscles really contracting to support your back. And um, and of course, there are so many tips and tricks that you learn from pain, you know. So like sometimes I used to get up really late in the morning, and then I'm really trying to distract you here to stay in this pose and to go down as far as you can. But I would always choose the elevator instead of the stairs. I will always, you know, snooze the alarm for 30 minutes to wake up later. While now, since I know that if I don't move, I don't mobilize the body, I don't walk enough, I know the pain that you get from the back pain. So I think it's a matter of lifestyle change as well. So it's not just about yoga, it's not just about stretching and fitness, it's about really taking the longer route, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, trying to walk at least 30, 45 minutes a day, which is something I try to do now every day. Now let's get back. I'm gonna get back to seated. In the meantime, I'm talking to you, and then we go with our back towards the floor, pretty simply here, and let's hug the knees, and we can rock the knees side by side, and we can even take our happy baby, if our body allows it today, very briefly. So I was saying it's a matter of lifestyle change actually, because it's a matter of what you eat, how you exercise, the types of exercise and practices that you do. I mean, that's my personal experience, and I think that each of us have our own path, injuries, and you know, something which is helpful for me in order to get past the back pain. Maybe it doesn't work for you, so of course, seeing doctors helps. But at the same time, what helps is really lifestyle change. I mean, that's my big learning from my personal experience. So from here, we'll go into figure four. So for those of you who don't know what figure four is, we'll first of all bring our left foot. Oh, my notes are in the way. My left leg and foot on the ground. We'll get the right knee up. Then we'll bring the left leg up and we'll place the right foot on top to the left knee, okay? So from here, what we want is really trying to perceive our right knee and make sure it does not hurt, okay? So we can stop this exercise if it's hurting. And then from here, we'll go forward with your hand and grab the left knee. So we grab the left knee here, we can stay here, always focusing on our breath. Let's not forget it. And then, if you feel like, if your body allows it today, you can actually start pulling your left knee with your hands. Inhale here and exhale. So body's mobility and joints mobility, it's really key for health in general, but for your spine. So basically, the movements that you do by walking are not the same movements that we all do with a yoga practice, for instance. And the mix of movements that we do every day, which are pretty different between strength training, stretching, walking, endurance. It's very personal, and that gets you to a healthy spine. I mean, that's my perception. And today I feel so much better. I mean, if I compare myself today to when I was sick, I was 10 years old, 10 years younger, and I was feeling 20 years older because I was in pain, I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't exercise. While today I feel so much better, in shape. So for those of you who are passing through a serious or a painful back injury, for example, the only thing I can tell you is that by being consistent with training, walking, exercising, the body knows how to heal itself. So there is a way out. In the meantime, we can change legs. So in this time, the left foot on top of the right knee. And the body knows how to heal it, how to heal itself. Patience is key. We need to be patient. We need to allow for the body to heal, and that takes time, okay? So it's not something that will happen if we do a couple of yoga practices or a short walk. It's about doing it every day, being consistent, changing lifestyle, sometimes choosing the hard way instead of the easy way. And I'll give you an example. I'm trying to go to work every day by walking, which is a 40 minutes walk instead of a 10 minutes drive or by public transport. But that really helps me because it gets me those 6-7 kilometers, 3-4 miles every day of walking just by going to work. And I'm pretty sure that my body is thanking me for that kind of movement. So let's uncross our legs. What we'll do here real quickly, it's stretching our laterals. So we'll go with our left leg to the floor. We'll get our hand on the right knee and we'll bring the right knee towards the left with our left hand. And then we'll open up towards the right with our gaze and our right arm. So you can stay in this pose as much as you like. I think it really helps to unlock and give a bit of release in the tension of your lumbars. Personally love this pose, and I suggest you to stay here 2, 3, 5 minutes, approaching it more like a yin pose, maybe at night as well before going to bed. That's really helpful. And as I said a bit also in some other videos, you can perform this pose on the edge of your bed to get a bit more extension. Okay, so you can place yourself in this case at the edge, on the left edge of the bed, to make sure that your right knee can go further down. So let's release it. Let's get back to the other side. So extend the right leg, cross the left knee, and bring it towards the right. This time our gaze and the left hand will go towards the left. Simply love this position. Let's do a couple of more breaths here. And all of those exercises can be done for as long as you wish, actually. I mean, that's a 15 minutes practice or a bit more maybe, but you can actually decide to extend it according to your available time today. So let's get back to center. We can go left and right, hugging your knees, and then, as you prefer, we can come up to seated. Perfect. So coming to seated, this time we'll go straight into a Sphinx pose. So let's get with our belly towards the mat, and here we can bring our forearms in front of us. We can press with our pelvis, with our belly, the floor. Your feet are pressing the floor away, and your gaze goes forward. Let's not forget to press into our forehand to feel the extension of your lower back. So I wouldn't do this pose when your body is not warm enough. So I would actually perform a bit of a stretching before, as we did, or in the middle of the practice. But what I can suggest to you, for example, that's something I do. It's when I watch TV, for example, a movie at night, and I did some exercise before. Sometimes I just stay 5, 7, even 10 minutes into a Sphinx pose, watching TV. So to combine, something that you do with something which is helpful and useful for your body, for your spine. So let's not forget to breathe in all of those poses, okay? And I mean, that's the only way the body can release the tensions in the muscles. Overall, all of those movements are a journey. So, as I said earlier, it's not something that you heal from morning to evening. It's more about a journey to create stability in your body, to support your spine, to strengthening your lumbars and your back muscles, and of course, to mobilize your joints. So, it's not just about stretching, it's not about yoga. It's about putting attention to what your body needs in order to be supported, strong, and flexible. I'll get off the position now. We can pass quickly into Balasana, child's pose, if you wish. And then get back to seated. So I have for you guys one other extra tip, like a bonus pose here. That is something that you can do regularly if your pain, as it is my case, in your lower back appears during a particular day where you've been standing for many hours, for example, or you have been walking a lot and you have a bit of a back pain. So what works for me is actually being in Malasana. So Malasana, it's a position which can be difficult for many people, but it can be practiced to reach the correct pose. So basically, this is Malasana, so it's a very low squat that really helps to stretch the lower back, okay? So the lower part of your spine. And for many people, this position is not accessible, but if it becomes accessible and you've been walking the whole day and you stay 1, 2, 5 minutes in this position, then when you stand up, you'll really feel the difference. And how can you practice this pose if you cannot reach Malasana? So you can place blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you can use books, for example, and you can place them below your glutes, below your butt, okay, this way, and just stay here, trying to understand how your body feels, and then gradually remove one block. And of course, this takes times. It will probably take weeks or months, but at the end of the day, I guarantee you'll get there reaching a full Malasana, which is really helpful in case of back pain. So again, keep up the work. I think that patience and consistency is key in order to avoid pain, especially back pain. I've been there, many of us have been there, and the only thing I can tell you is that by practicing, you'll get there. So thanks a lot for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Share in the comments how does it feel to you to do those exercises, and what's your experience with back pain. And again, we'll see each other very soon on the mat. Thank you.